All right, man. So look, the Washington Commanders, they play the Kansas City Chiefs tonight at 8:15. Um, we're probably not going to win that game. Jaden Daniels is out. Terry and Debo Samuel are playing, so we actually got some receivers on the field, which should help. But listen, we're 3-4 on the season. It's been a disappointing season to say the least up until this point, but like I'm gonna say it now, something gotta change. We gotta figure something out. This ain't working. Nothing about this is working. Like Washington is we're 3-4, but it's been a terrible looking 3-4. We lose the teams we shouldn't lose to. The Bears loss is just completely unacceptable. Especially the way we've started off the season. Defensively, we start off looking like we can stop the run, but we really can't stop the run. If any team can bounce it outside, the Bears, they ran tosses on us. The Falcons, they ran outside zones. If you get the ball outside the tackles, we look bad. All of our defensive ends are getting hurt. That's terrible. The Will Harris injury is terrible. Marshonlattimore can't cover anybody. He's a walking liability out there. You throw the ball over by him, it's going to be a penalty or a catch. That is just terrible. Quan Martin, who danquinn been bigging up over the offseason, has not panned out at all. Bobby Wagner, he gets tackles, but the tackles come right to him. He can't run to save his life. Frankie Louvu was a second-team All-Pro last year, but his impact on the game is just not there at all. He takes horrible angles. Yes, he's physical, but it's not enough. We're old. We're slow. We can't cover nobody offensively. We're trying to run the like zone scheme, and Marcus Mariota makes it look real good when he runs it because he always busts it for a super long run. Jaden Daniels is just not a zone read quarterback. And then we get stuck in the zone where the linemen ain't moving up the field, so the running backs don't really got no holes. Like, I just don't know. I just don't know. Washington got to figure something out. We got to stop playing something. Like, we don't have a lot of draft picks. We got 5 draft picks in this upcoming draft. We don't got a second-round pick. I would trade people before the trade deadline and try to get picks because we're not going nowhere. We just don't have the horses. Jaden Daniels just had such a historic rookie season that we won a lot of games last season. But even Jaden, man, Cliff, Jaden, y'all got to grow. Yeah, like y'all have to be growing in a positive direction. You look at Drake May and what he's doing this year. Even Caleb, who had looked pretty bad, is looking better this year. I know he didn't look great yesterday against the Ravens, but he's looking better. He's moving positively. Like, we can't keep having all of these quarterback run plays. Yes, I would love for you to sprinkle them in because Jaden has the legs. And when it's a scramble drill, scramble, bro. I love that. But the design quarterback runs, no, Jaden. You are a quarterback. We have to be winning games from the pocket, which I've seen him do, so I know he can do it. But also, it's not just him. We got to put receivers around him, man. We got to start letting these young players play. Win, lose, or draw. If we're going to lose anyway, put the young people in. Bobby Wagner can't run. I love Bobby Wagner, man. I've been a fan a long time. He's going to get a gold jacket. Von Miller's going to get a gold jacket. But we got to put these young players that we drafted in the game and let them sink or swim. And if they're bad, then they're just bad because we're losing anyway. So why keep the old vets in? All of them are on 1-year contracts. None of them are players coming back next year. So why not just develop what you got if you got players on 1-year contracts? It just don't make no sense to me. Like, it's so much stuff that we got to figure out. The offensive line, we got Brandon Coleman. We don't know what we're doing with him. First, he was starting tackle, then we move him in, and then they were like, well, trial by fire, but then you put Josh Conley out there, and you got people like Clowney talking about he's just terrible. He's not even good at football, blah, 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 blah. So now you want to keep him out there, which I think you should. We should put all the young linemen out there, let everybody just develop. Anybody who's not going to be here for the next 2 to 3 years, take them off the field and put all the young players on the field. That's what I say. Because at this point, nothing is working. We look old. We look slow. We got a couple of bright spots. Javon Kinlaw has been great. That was a great signing for us. Trey Amos, the rookie, he's going to be a starting cornerback for years to come in Washington. He's the best. Sometimes he looks like the best player we got on defense, and he's a rookie. Seriously, like, we just gotta figure this out, man. Like, Joe Witt, it's like when we run zone, it's like nobody knows what zone they're in. And then when we run man, it's just all they do is send somebody in motion, and we just genuinely don't know what to do. Mikey Sarah still, I love him. Mikey be up and down, but Mikey's the only one getting turnovers. At least he had 2 picks this season. Dorrance Armstrong was the only motherfucker getting sacks, and Dorrance Armstrong, now he out for the season. Like, man, y'all, this is frustrating, man. This is frustrating to have such a great winning season that we have not had in years. Being a Washington fan, to go from that to what we're doing now is a flat out embarrassment. I don't know what has to change. People are saying fire Joe Witt. I'm with that. Cliff don't be bad, but it's like it's some plays. I don't know what Cliff. It looks like the players making the plays, not necessarily the play calling. I don't know if all those are good. I don't want to hold too much over Cliff because, in fairness to Cliff, like, the injuries, especially not having no receivers on the field, he's only doing what he can do. I understand that, but you got to protect Jaden. And if you know that you're not going to win the games because you don't have the receivers, you don't have the horses, then call the plays like, hey, we just ain't going to win the game. We'll just run the running backs rather than running Jaden, because Jaden is clearly injured, like not injury prone, but he's prone to injuries because of his stature and because of his recklessness that he plays football with. Which you love it when it's working for you, but when it ain't working, then you end up like me, looking crazy. But the way we lost to Dallas last week, that's unacceptable. Injuries or not, when players are running wide open in the NFL, that has nothing to do with the caliber of player on the field. That has to do with coaching. That means players do not know the play. They're not where they're supposed to be. They're confused. They don't know what's happening. That is all coaching. Now, Joe Wick did come out and say, hey, man, he's going to they're going to dwindle down the playbook so people don't got to think and they can just play fast. Man, please, because Joe Wick keeps saying we got the speed on the field, and I don't see the speed. I don't see the speed. We don't have speed at any position. At no position. Marshon-Lattimore would have been the fastest player on the defense, but after all the injuries he had, he clearly don't run that 4-3 that he used to run in anymore. We don't have no speed on defense. Frankie Louvu is a 4'6", 4'7" guy. Bobby Wagner at this point in his career is a 4'9" guy. Yeah, he was a 4'5" guy when he came into the league. He's definitely a 4'5", a 4'9", 5-flat guy at this point. Quan Martin didn't run a great 40. He's our free safety. Will Harris has some speed, but he's injured. So now Jeremy Reeves, he's a 4'8" guy. We don't got no speed to keep up with these people. Trey Amos ran a 4'4", but he's the only person, like I said, holding his own. I think Mikey Sarah still is a 4'5" guy, but he's fine. We're not worried about that. But you go down to the D-line. Yes, Von Miller ran a 4'5" when he came out, but now he's old. He don't run that no more. You don't got no speed coming off the edges. I don't even know what Dorrance Armstrong foot is, but now you got Preston Smith. He old because we had to just grab somebody. Man, look, man. This now turned into a rant. I don't even know where I was going with this video, but I know Washington got to figure out something. We got to figure it out. And we probably gonna lose to Kansas City tonight, but we got to fight. We got to make it competitive. We got to look like we are a well-coached team. We got to look like we know what we're actually doing. Marcus Mariota, you got to not turn the ball over, man. If it ain't there, forget about it. Check it down, man. We got call some screens, do something. I mean, I'm glad Debo playing because now we can get the screen game going. And worst case scenario, now you can actually throw it up to Terry. But this is just bad, man. This is bad. I was looking too forward to this season, but this is bad, man. This is unacceptable, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. This has been LIB Media, man. Y'all like, comment, subscribe, man. This Rick, man. This your boy. I'm out of here. Peace.